right. How's everybody? Good. All right. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Like he said, you can call me Onu Nizar. Let me hear you say Onu. Onu. Nizar. Nizar. Or just Onu. Say Onu. Onu. Okay, that's me. Okay. Onu. Just call me Onu. I am the artist who painted these pieces. Today we were going to have the Queen Mother here with us. But the Queen Mother is not, she wanted to be here yesterday. And so the weather was such that she couldn't come yesterday. So she has another engagement today, but she wants to send her love and blessings to you all, so she sends a big hug and kiss to everybody, okay? Queen Mother. And you say, not me. Yeah, she sent it to you too, okay? Now, today we're going to talk about a few things. One, I want to bring you greetings on behalf of a great king. There's a king of the Igala people. Let me hear you say Igala. Igala. Okay, the Igala people, this is a tribe that's in Nigeria. Many of the Africans in this region come from the Igala people. Okay, I do as well. And Onu actually means that I represent the king of the Igala people in Nigeria. So I bring you greetings on behalf of the king. I also bring you greetings on behalf of the ambassador of the kingdom, Ambassador Yegba Abdullahi Odojo. That's his name. What is it? You are close, man. That was real good. Yegba Abdullahi Odojo. That's his name. No, I don't. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Can you say it again?
One more time. Ayegba, Ambassador Ayegba. Say Ayegba.
Ayegba.
Abdullahi. Odojo.
Odojo.
All right. Give yourself a hand. All right. Now, this is the deal. He's a great ambassador. He's written a number of books about the history of the Igala people, and that history is very important. Yesterday was the anniversary of something called the Stono Rebellion. Let me hear you say it.
The Stono Rebellion.
The Stono Rebellion was an event that happened back in 1739. That's a long time ago, 282 years ago. How many?
282.
How many years ago? 282 years ago, right? Okay. Yes, sir. Oh man, you want to smile? Just smile. Don't raise your hand and smile. Anybody want to smile? Just go ahead and do it. Don't raise your hand. Okay? When I get finished, I'm going to take questions. All right? Yes, sir. I'm getting there. You want to make me jump ahead of the schedule? All right, listen up. Listen up. So, the Stono Rebellion is important because how many of you have heard of something called slavery? You have, right? Huh? Harriet Tubman. Anything else? Martin Luther King Jr. All right, great. George Washington Carver. Well, there was a period of time when Africans were enslaved in Charleston, throughout America, various other places. But the Stono Rebellion was when Africans revolted and said, hey, look, we're tired of this, working without any pay and all this kind of stuff. We're leaving. We out. And so a lot of them, it was 25 of them that got together, and they began planning and strategizing. And that's what this piece here represents. It represents the Stono Rebellion and the fact that they planned and they said, you know what? If we get to Florida, we are free. So we're going to Florida. The first Florida vacation. So, but before the Stono Rebellion happened, the reason why we want to see all of these. You had a question? Oh, I heard you say something. Okay. You did? What is it? I told you to stop raising your hand and smile. Okay, what is it? Okay, you gotta tell me in about 20 minutes, okay? Think about it. Now, and so the Stono Rebellion is important because there was planning. But before the Stono Rebellion happened, we need to know. You listening? You listening? I want you to hear what I'm saying. That long before the Stono Rebellion, you need to know who the Igala people are. The kings of the Igala people trace their their history all the way back to this king. His name is Atta. Let me hear you say it.
Atta.
Pharaoh Atta. All of the kings, there's only 4 families that produce kings of the Igala people. And all of them trace their back to this particular king. His name is Pharaoh Atta. He's the 4th pharaoh of the 1st dynasty. What is it? 4th pharaoh of the 1st dynasty. This is another pharaoh that they trace their lineage to. This is Pharaoh Anu. Let me hear you say Anu.
Anu.
Anu. He's another pharaoh going way back. This is a long way back. You need to know about this young lady. She is Princess Inipi. Let me hear you say it. Princess Inipi. Now, it's spelled really funny. It's spelled I-N-I-K-P-I. And a lot of people want to say Inipi, but it's Inipi. And Inipi. Princess Inipi was a princess in the Igala kingdom back in 1516. That's a long time ago. And so when she was princess, the Benin kingdom was capturing people just like we are all in, let's say we are all in one tribe right here, right? This is one tribe. This is the St. Julian Divine tribe, right? Say St. Julian Divine tribe.
St. Julian Divine tribe.
Okay. So now the Benin kingdom started snatching people and selling them to the Portuguese tribe. And so that wasn't right because the Benin kingdom and the Igala kingdom had an alliance. They were friends. And they started like taking these guys like this guy. What's your name, man? Ryder.
He didn't his nose.
What's your first name?
You're not going to the pool. I'm going to let you know that right now.
Yeah.
And you trying.
Ryder. What's your last name?
So,
and they take a group from over here and sell them to somebody over there and take another group over there and start selling to somebody else. That ain't right. Right? But that's what they were doing. And so, when the king heard that that's what they were doing, he said, we got to do something about it. And so what he had to do was call his council together. Y'all listening? Yeah. He had to call what together? Council. He called the council together. What did he call it? He called the council? Okay, Ryder, what did he call? You okay back there? Ryder, what did they call? The council. Call the council together. Okay? Now, he called the council together because they needed to figure out a way to make this thing stop happening so they could stop selling the people away. And so, anyway, long story short, they said the only way that this thing will stop is if we go to war against Benin. Go to what?
War against Benin.
And so what does that mean?
We gotta fight them.
That's right, man. What's your name? Robert, you smart, man. You see, you was acting like you were trying to not be smart, but you were very smart. See, I already told you. Now don't be like, oh man, they know I'm smart now. Yeah, you were smart, okay? All right. We all listening?
Yeah.
All right, what's your name?
Jason.
Jason? Jason.
My name's Jason.
Oh, Jason. Okay, we got Jason and Jason. Jason. Okay.
Jason and the kids.
I'm gonna ask you a question. You gotta listen up.
Jason.
Because I'm about to give you a clue. You listening, Jason? Okay. So y'all listen up for the clue. Okay. So they decided they're gonna have to go to war. So they said, let's talk to the priest to find out what'll happen if we go to war, because the priest could actually know what happens after anything happens before it happens. So the priest went and found out that if they went to war, they would lose. And if they lose, everybody would be sold off into enslavement. Is that good? No, that's real bad. But they learned that the only way for it not to happen is if Princess Inipi was sacrificed. Now, Princess Inipi found out about it, and she said, I will gladly sacrifice myself for my kingdom. So, when she called the priests together and the council together, and she said, I will gladly sacrifice myself for my kingdom. And she sacrificed herself. So when you sacrifice something, it's like when if you eat a lot of candy and you say, I'm not going to eat the candy. I'm gonna give that up, right? Yeah, it's when you give up something that you really like, you know, so something good can happen. And somebody gives you some money because you stop eating all that candy and you won't get cavities, right? All right. So if you don't eat a lot of candy, you won't get what?
Cavities.
You won't get what?
Cavities.
Okay, I was just checking to see if you're paying attention. Okay? So, anyway, so Princess Nippy said she would gladly do it so that none of her people would be sacrificed. So she was sacrificed, and she is known all over Africa. She is a really powerful, important princess because of what she did so that her people would not be sacrificed, not be stolen and taken. And not only that, when they fight for freedom, they will always win. Y'all got me?
Yeah.
When they fight for freedom, they will do what?
Always win.
Always win. When they fight for freedom, they will do what?
Always win.
Okay? When they fight for freedom, they will do what?
Always winning.
Well, they will do what?
Always win.
Always win. That's right. You drop your marbles.
Why you still like?
That's not good when you lose your marbles. That means a whole another thing, you know. Okay, now, so when the day came, and this is the thing, the day came when war was going to happen. The kingdom of Benin attacked, and when they attacked, this is what they saw. You see this? This is a Benin kingdom warrior, and when they got to the water, so that they could attack the Igala people, they saw that it was already on fire. The kingdom was already burning. You see the fire? You see the fire?
Let me see it.
Yeah, look. See the fire?
Will.
And the smoke? On here? You
It's
see?
in the water.
It's on the other side of the water. And so,
Can I touch it?
hmm?
Can I touch it?
Well, why would you want to touch it? This is glass. That's actually plexiglass. You can touch it.
I want to touch it. I'm touching. I'm touching.
You can't touch the fire. It's not hot. So this is the thing. So when they saw the fire and the flames, they said somebody already destroyed them. Somebody already defeated them. But nobody defeated them. The fire was an illusion. Say it. An illusion. It's an illusion. What's an illusion?
A distraction. A bomb.
Good. Huh? That's right. Oh man, he said it's something you do to make somebody think something happened, but it didn't. That's the excellent answer. Yours was great too. Okay? So it was an illusion. It looked like it happened, but it didn't happen. It was an illusion that Nippy caused to happen. Okay? So that's why Princess Nippy is so really important. And so, you know, y'all heard of Sleeping Beauty?
Yeah.
Hansel and Gretel?
Yeah.
This is the story that you need to know about too. Princess Nippy. Very important. Now,
Buddy.
so, when this happened,
She's going back downstairs.
10 years later, a bunch of Spanish men brought some African men to build a colony here. You know what a colony is, right? It's like a small town. And they tried to make the Africans build a town, and the Africans at that point got free that very month. And these guys is called Gullah Sentinel. These are the guys standing on the beach waiting to make sure that those ships don't come back and try to enslave them, okay? That's what this is called, Gullah Sentinels. Now, this is in 1526. 1 second. So, leading up to the Stono Rebellion. And so what's important is these men who got free and these men who got free, it's a straight line from her making the sacrifice so that we would never remain enslaved. So understand that the Stono Rebellion was a successful African revolt. Okay? Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
He's going home.
Because
Shut up.
are you listening? Okay. Because there were others that fought for freedom. But what she did is she marked a point where her sacrifice was to make sure that none of her descendants would be enslaved or remain enslaved. Okay? So the Stono Rebellion, when this happened, It happened in Charleston. Happened about 20 miles away from here. About how far? 20 miles. So y'all paying attention, that's good. About 20 miles away from here, going towards West Ashley. And 25 of these men, they got together and they planned on going from here to Florida, because if you made it to Florida, you'd be free. Florida was Spanish territory, and the Spanish understood that, you're not supposed to enslave people. At least they came to that realization. So these people fought and got free and headed towards Florida. Now, some historians say they did not make it to Florida. But I was to Florida where the first African town was established. It's called Fort Mose. What is it?
Fort Mose.
Fort Mose was where in 1740, so many Africans arrived there until we had to build our own city. And that's how we know that many of them got free and went there and built that first free African town in America. But it wasn't America because Florida was actually Spanish territory at the time. So, the Stoner Rebellion happened 282 years ago, right? How many years? How many years?
200.
How many years? 2000 is 282 years ago. 282 years. Okay. How many years ago? 282. How many years? 282. Okay. And it's real important because yesterday was the 282nd anniversary of the Stoner Rebellion. Any questions? No questions about that? Okay, great. Now, when they fought to go to Florida, and they stayed in Florida and maintained their freedom until 1858, when John Horse, that's this guy, who is it?
John Horse.
John Horse. Okay? I know, but his name is John Horse, and his horse's name is American. What is his horse's name? American.
That's how we American. Oh, I see.
Right, the horse is read it down. The horse is reading his head.
Oh my God, what would you talking about?
It's just like when you draw it and you paint it after you draw it. Okay? What is this? Huh? John Horse. Who is this? Who is this? Who is it? John Horse. That's right, okay. So, anyway, I wanted you to know John Horse led the Seminoles to freedom from Florida to Oklahoma, Oklahoma to Texas, Texas to Mexico, and that's the beginning of the story. Any questions? Yes. Okay, think about it. Anybody else got any questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
About how many freedmen or enslaved people were involved with the Stoner Rebellion?
The Stoner Rebellion started with 25 men who planned to free all of the enslaved Africans in Charleston. And then when they got started, they went and raided a tavern that had weapons, and they started freeing everyone. So it was about 100 initially that got free.
Right.
And so, yeah, it was right around 100, starting with the 25 that planned the event. Yes? No, not yet. I am working on a book, but it's not finished.
What's your book going to be called?
It's going to be called 100,000 Africans.
Mr. Eddie, where you going? Mr. Eddie. He's a weird.
Yeah, and we'll have about 7 chapters.
All right.
Yep. And the reason why it's not called Freedom for the Slaves, are you listening? Because these were Africans, and I never called them slaves. I never called them slaves. So, well, listen, thank you guys for listening up. Any more questions?
I don't know.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you got one?